YouTube, what's up with your man? It's your boy, the man. And today we gotta talk about JoJo Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. There's been a lot of misinformation that I kind of helped spread regarding what console this game's gonna come out on. And I want to talk about some of the negatives I've been hearing, some of the positives I've been hearing, and my overall opinion on the game. So let's go ahead, let's get the misinformation out the way that I helped, attribute to. This game was a PlayStation 3 only game back then, because if you know how Japan works, they don't really fuck with Microsoft like that. They're pretty much pro Sony. So I was just thinking, this game ain't coming out on the Xbox Series S, which I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to go grab a PlayStation 5. But no, it's actually coming on the Xbox Series S. So if you're an Xbox fan, you can take that deep breath. It's coming, my guy. Let's look at some of the positives, that I'm hearing about the game. Is people are really glad they're back, and they're really happy that they got a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure game. And like I've been saying, I'm tired of the anime arena fighters. Let's get back to a competitive 2D fighter, right? I think my preference would have been something of a Dragon Ball Fighter Z. A much more Marvel vs. Capcom floaty, fast-paced action. This is much more of a Street Fighter 2D. It's a slow walk down footsie type of mechanic, A lot of people might be turned off from that because anime fans, the games they play anime arena fighters such as Hinokami Chronicles, Xenoverse, where you put someone in a 10-minute combo. Same with Fighter Z, you put them in a 10-minute combo. Street Fighter's not that. Street Fighter's much of punch, super move, and kind of close in and try and repeat the same thing to whittle the health bar. That's Street Fighter's gameplay mechanics. Unfortunately, I feel like it's gonna be judged for not having that faster pace, regardless of how deep the gameplay mechanics are, and they are deep. So they've gutted out some gameplay mechanics and they've added new to them. You have hit stops. They've added a buffer between, controller delay, which is going to be fucking awesome. Hinokami Chronicles, PlayStation 4. Do you want to get that done anytime soon? I'm fine with y'all. I like the joke about Hinokami. But I'm right, this fighter has a lot of depth to the gameplay, and they've only added to that, which I definitely do appreciate. Now, the negative side of the fence is everyone saying, I'm not buying this game. This looks like a fucking PlayStation 3 game, right? And my answer to that is, it doesn't look amazing. It got a little bit of up res, but it still doesn't look amazing. It doesn't look like something from 2020. But the way I feel, this is my opinion, right? Street Fighter 5 don't look as good as Hinokami Chronicles, nor do Street Fighter 4. They're better fighters, right? If we're going to judge a game's value on its graphics, give Hinokami Chronicles Fighting Game of the Year ASAP. But that's not how it played out, because that's not what it means. Judge the game for the game. The graphics are one aspect of it. Minecraft, completely get rid of it. Undertale, get rid of it. All indie games, you could completely toss out indie games because they just don't matter. Indie games don't matter apparently because they're not graphically amazing. That's not how video games are judged. You gotta judge a video game as whole. So if the graphics aren't amazing on this game, but everything else, the gameplay's amazing, the soundtrack is amazing, the fluidity is amazing, the UI is amazing, I don't understand what the problem is. I feel like some content creators might not be exactly happy. If they drop a Xenoverse 3 or a Shinobi Striker 2, it would be amazing for content, right? JJBA All-Star Battle is not gonna blow people away. It's not gonna bring in hundreds of thousands of views and jumpstart people's YouTube channels like Xenoverse 2, Fighter Z, and Shinobi Striker did. It's just not gonna do that. I can't look at it from the lens of a content creator. I gotta be fair. I gotta look at the lens from one of you guys, just a regular player. Overall, I don't think it's anything amazing, but by far, it's something unique. It's a remaster, but it's a breath of fresh air because we haven't had something like this since Fighter Z. It's definitely a better release than Dragon Ball The Breakers. It's definitely a better release than My Hero Academia The Battle Royale. So shit, if it's the best thing we're getting, I don't understand what the problem is. Like I said, we still do have another big anime announcement coming this year. Doesn't mean the game's coming out this year, but the announcement will come out this year. I don't know what it is. I don't know who's making it. I just know that there's another one coming out. So I think all in all, to wrap things up, while it might not look graphically amazing, from what I've seen, I've never played the game personally, but from what I've seen, the gameplay is deep in depth, and they're only adding to that. I've been literally begging for a competitive fighter. The problem with these anime arena fighters is I maybe play for a couple hours and I get off because I don't feel like I need to get better. I don't want to get better. It's not competitive, right? Like when someone can steal a life off of you by completely mashing their controller like a fucking idiot. What's the point? What's the literal point? One negative I will say right here and now is if this game has terrible online service, you'll hear from me, bash this game right away. This game also being a competitive game, it needs to have endless and spectator mode. Say it with me, endless and spectator. This is aiming to be a competitive 2D fighting game. Give us tournament mode or it's not gonna have any sort of community backing by it. Hitokami Chronicles sold 2 million copies, yet your average Hitokami YouTuber is struggling to pull 2,000 views. Explain that shit to me. We see what happen if you don't give people the tools to make their own communities, right? One more time, don't get shit confused. I'm not deep throating and glogging this game. I've always said fuck Bandai, fuck CyberConnect 2. I'm just saying, a competitive game, I'm not gonna judge it on its graphics, I'm gonna judge it on its gameplay. I have no beta, I have no demo, I have no playable version for me right here, so I'm not going to judge it on that merit. I'll talk about it as soon as it becomes available to me and you can get my opinion on it. So, without further ado, this has been your boy, Azriel. I hope y'all checked out the Play Shinobi Striker for 24-hour videos. I love y'all, and I'm out, man. Peace.